good on special teams and provides a spark, and we'll see where that running back battle goes.
Torrey Taylor with the delivery. This is Casey Concepcion, who has to backpedal all the way back to the 12-yard line. Excellent punt, but may have been an alley opening up for Concepcion, the rookie.
Charlie Gardner-Johnson, who they added as the year went along, and he was masterful, especially in the playoffs.
Andre Schmidt is able to get Cleveland on the board. Schmidt will kick away. Maurice Alexander will bring it out. League average field position is about the 30. That's the goal to get to. He'll be a couple of yards shy of that. This year the Bears, their first pick going back to the defensive end. Still Deshaun Watson at quarterback. He'll float it for Dylan Sampson and nowhere to go. And what do you know? 4th and inches here for Cleveland. They'll sneak it with Watson, and after all that, a moot point and a first down for Deshaun. He would love to be able to throw extra bodies in on a pass rush, too, to help that portion of the defense out. 2nd and long for Watson. They get it down to Sampson in space. There's a burst of speed and a broken tackle for Dylan Sampson all the way down inside the 35. He is the change of pace running back, and you saw the change of pace right there, finally run out of bounds after a long pickup.
Yeah, it looked like a delayed screen left all the time. You see James Lynch, he's putting the pressure on Deshaun, and they're the open field. They get the blocks downfield.
Characters right now. Here's a little trickery for Concepcion. He's working from the receiver spot on the rush, trying to get to the end zone, and he does. Casey Concepcion, they are very excited about having this rookie number 24 pick out of Texas A&M.
Yeah, it becomes just a ghost play around, and he's got a ton of speed. He did have a lot of drops in college, but it's a quick hitting play, ends up becoming an outside zone run, getting in and out of plays. So he's a confident player, and what I loved about him last year, Adam, his interceptions put down big play here.
Bagent to Davis, Caden Davis, the former Cleveland Brown. Big connection with Tyson Bagent, and they work into Cleveland territory down inside the 40.
He has had an outstanding training camp, and as you see him just take off, little in route here across the middle slant. He's been
in the room this year as it was last year, some continuity in there too. Bagent on 3rd and medium, little comeback route. That's a floater for Alexander, and it gets broken up nicely by the Cleveland secondary. It was Michael Coates, the rookie out of West Virginia. 3rd down and 1. Marshall is the back for Cleveland. He'll get the carry, and Ruben Hippolyte is there to stop him shy of the line to gain.
I mentioned Jackson and Hippolyte. They got a ton of speed at linebacker.
Watson running out of time. That ball gets knocked out of his hands, and sure enough, right on cue, a takeaway for the Bears defense. It was knocked away by Jamri Croma, and he picks it up for Chicago. With the punch of Watson, the ball out, and the former Rutgers Scarlet Knight and JMU Star with the take. 15% to lead the league. That trend is going in the direction of tight end usage. They can block and pass catch. They can block for Roschon Johnson. And a big pickup for the former Texas Longhorn. Nice block by Kyle Hurdle.
Yeah, this will please Ben Johnson because this is his bread and butter, the run game.
Well,
and you
play action passes off of gap schemes, off of zone schemes, and you really create mismatches.
Alexander on the cross. He's in. Another preseason game. Another Maurice Alexander touchdown.
Alexander and his level of preparation and detail at the line of scrimmage is exceptional.
Watson on the handoff for Marshall, and Neville Gallimore is there. This is a big veteran body up front, had a career year.
I think Eric Studesville is going to add a lot here. I was on that Bears team when we drafted Anthony Thomas, and Eric Studesville was key for Anthony Thomas to get Rookie of the Year.
Boy, that was tough on Bagent as Julian Okwara reached out and grabbed him. It looked more violent with the helmet than it was, but you could tell Bagent was frustrated that he got caught up by Okwara. So his hard count saw some flinching on the right side. He kills to the second play, which is a pass play. Bagent over the middle. Late throw, he telegraphed it, and it's picked off. Intercepted. Excellent read by Michael Coates, another rookie for this back end. He read it well. The undrafted free agent steps in front for the pick.
Well, their new defensive coordinator, Mike Rutenberg, will be.
Bears have 2 timeouts with which to work now. Bajan, floater, got Caden Davis in midfield. Out of bounds, clock stops.
Great read. Cover 2, hole shot, got the corner out to Davis, and it's just a high-low on the corner. It's a cover 2, patient, he reads the corner, boom, drills the corner out. He should feel confident. They've got great skill position players where they should feel they should be able to score at will.
Bajan's got one-on-one, back shoulder throw, what a play by Davis. He makes the catch with 28 seconds left.
Good touch throw.
Talk offensive football. Bajan. Got time, throws into traffic. Boy, that would have been a fabulous catch with one hand by Scotty Miller had he made it. 20 seconds left. Bajan under pressure, can't take a sack. The clock is going to continue to move, and now the Bears have to hurry.
You don't want to do it and make it tougher on your kicker.
Missed a 50-yarder earlier. He'll try this one from 51, and he'll sneak this one good. The clock expires, and the game is tied at 10 as we hit the halftime break in Chicago.
The Chicago skyline, there's the Wolf Lake Terminal site. So we're going through our due diligence on that second site.
Excellent run for Savant.
A little too soon. Miraculous, unbelievable, stupendous. But ultimately, we fell short. We got to go farther.
Savant Ahmed taking it on that check down. What a cutback.
Oh, wow.
Off of a foot injury, trying to make a name for himself. It's a touchdown for Savant Ahmed.
Find the right type of players you're looking for.
Yeah, so we're great at the top of the roster, but we need to be strong throughout the 53. You know, if somebody gets injured, somebody's out for a couple of weeks, we need somebody else to step up. So it's great to see these kids get an opportunity to perform.
That was exciting. I think the fact that George, your head coach, and your general manager are so locked at the hip.
Shedeur Sanders starting the second half for Todd Monken's offense, and he delivers on target. Excellent catch by, this is a really good return guy in Gage Larvadan.
To me, it's already too late. They should have made this decision. You look at Minnesota, they've already decided Kyler Murray's their guy. To me, this is too long.
Big blitz on Sanders as he gets rid of it and connects downfield. Luke Floria able to make the grab, and Shedeur Sanders stood in there with probably the heaviest Bears blitz we've seen all day today. It's coming down on
they bring the heat here, the Chicago Bears defensively. Why not? New quarterback in, second half.
They'll run that 4th and short play. It'll be a run play. It'll be a stop for the Chicago defense yet again. And give the ball to the veteran Case Keenum, who re-signed with the Bears for a 2-year deal. And he's got a one-on-one matchup on the outside, and a rolling Scotty Miller is there for the catch.
It's good for Caleb Williams to talk through situations and what the ups and downs are going through as young quarterbacks learning.
J.P. Richardson makes the catch, part of the Chicago practice squad last year. He picks up a first down, so back-to-back nice plays.
Good quick release, just an out play, getting to this receiver quick. Just becomes an outside run play and just uncovered. Nice positive play. And
a bunch of guys on the White Sox are making some noise right now. It's been a fun time in this city as all the professional groups in this. Aaron Rodgers was throwing passes for the New York Jets that year. He was on the practice squad before signing with the Saints last November. And right on cue, Beanie Bishop breaks on the ball. The former college All-American makes a nice play there.
The games are easy to play if you're prepared.
3rd and 2, trying to move the chains, and a stop for Cleveland on Britton Brown. It'll be 4th down and short.
Right Z half fly, 772 Z drive, X post on 1. It tells everybody what to do. And
there is a connection to McLeod from Keenum on 4th down and short. They get a big gainer into the red zone of Cleveland.
There's a case in point right there. Case has done it for so long. It looks easy for him right.
Looking left, throwing left, wide open, touchdown, Britton Brown.
It's just easy. He crosses it. He knows what he's seeing. It's an easy pitch and catch. He sees the defense is out leveraged due to the coverage. Fast at my process. This guy, Case Keenum, right here, is so fast at his process. He knows what the defense is already in. He knows what the coverage is. I know I'm going to the flat right now. Step, easy throw, touchdown. Simple.
Get a little celebration back there, trying to support them. So it's been really fun. It's been really encouraging. And you know, my goal, interception. My goal for us. My goal for us as a team to be as close-knit as we can.
Out of Wake Forest, a floater from Sanders, and that's about as easy of a pick as Beanie Bishop's going to have.
Yeah, and Loving, he had to bat down the play before, so now showing another defensive lineman who's an undrafted free agent by the Bears, and for Beanie, kind of an overthrow, as you mentioned, by Sanders, and Bears take advantage. Second turnover of the...
Miller Moss, Caleb Williams' former backup quarterback at USC, is in the game. Britton Brown got clotheslined on his way.
These plays are going to become rote memory. He's in charge of it all. He's in command, and he will be a more consistent quarterback in the first and third quarters going into 2026 than he was a year ago, first year in this offense. You look at the Bears earlier, even in my time, from drafting Cade McNown to Rex Grossman to other players, you've got to support the young quarterback. You've got to get players around him for them to grow and succeed.
Third down and long for Dylan Gabriel, the left-hander. He's got time, and he overthrows his man. That's 2 for Beanie. Beanie Bishop Jr. looking for another opportunity, and a couple of floating passes just find themselves in his hands.
He could have had a completion, but Beanie has eyes for the football 2 times in a row. There's blue jerseys all around there. Even if it was completed, it would have made the tackle, but heads-up play by Beanie, back-to-back INTs.
Had a few stops in college, 4 years at Western Kentucky, spent a year with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Then he was an All-American a few years ago at West Virginia. The touchbacks go to the 20 if the kickoff goes from the 50-yard line due to penalty or otherwise. Moss has that batted, and it's incomplete, 4th down.
Look, there's 10 head coaching changes this year. I'd want to be in control of it.
I'm with you, buddy. 49-yarder from Santos extends the lead to 3 scores.
I asked Bill Belichick once. Oh, well, we got to go to break, but I'll tell you about Bill Belichick.
Well, as soon as you said Belichick, now we got to hear the story.
I know everybody's talking about what the Rams did trading for Myles Garrett, but don't sleep on that Houston Texans defense. It's been championship caliber for the last 3 years.
Nowhere to go for Gabriel, and Jamri Croma is having a fabulous afternoon in Chicago. He is right there to put him down on the deck for another sack, and it's 4th down. We looked up his measurables. Apparently the guy benches 450 and back squats almost 700 pounds. That'll do it. What a punt by Bojorquez, sending Caden Davis all the way back near the 10. And a good return by Davis to get back to the 30-yard line. Well done.
He wants the position run the way he wants, and it's nothing personal. He just wants you to operate this offense the best that it can be.
Offense, but he didn't want to overstep what Dan Campbell was doing. He didn't want to overstep his bounds. Here is a nice delivery for the tight end, J.P. Richardson, and off that screen, he's able to take it into Cleveland territory. But Ben was so mild-mannered in our conversations when he was with Detroit, and when
Ben first started, and then, of course, went down to Miami. So he's been around it. Obviously, Dan Campbell's a very intense guy, and I think that's what people are worried about. Can he command a room? Clearly he can. He can get the player's ear, and they're listening in the locker room.
Moss to McLeod for a big gain. 4 minutes to go and a first down inside the 30 of Cleveland.
This run game. Imagine starting your week, every week, as you game plan in the NFL.
As Coleman Bennett breaks a tackle. Run game, touchdown.
Touchdown.
That was all him. That was all him on that play. Good effort by Bennett.
And there's a collection of pieces of a puzzle on a board of what the opposing defense does. Ben Johnson takes those pieces and he pins them all together along with his...
He's from Cleveland, from Shaker Heights. So familiar to folks in Ohio that saw John A. Walker make the trip down to Texas. Nice run here for Devon Booth, a rookie out of Mississippi State with a good gain all the way down inside the 40 of Chicago. Dylan Gabriel, little draw play for Booth. A little cut back for Devon Booth. Nice run here. He takes it down inside the 10.
Beanie took a bad angle on that one.
Do wins and losses matter in the preseason? No. Does effort and intentionality, making plays when the ball is thrown to you, matter? Yes, it does. And I thought the Bears players, by and large, did that.
Yeah, nothing's game planned. I think you're just going to go out there, want to see players in key spots like Malik Muhammad